just like you draw it up, right? First of all, got to give Chicago a ton of credit, obviously, with everything that has transpired here over the past week. And we knew this is National Football League. You got to come with your best every week in order to come away with a win. It's always hard to win on the road. They were 4-1 at home, so I figured this was going to be a 4-quarter battle, and that's exactly what it was. It took all 60 minutes, and thankfully we made a play at the end of the game. So I thought there were some good performances, and I thought there was a lot of stuff that we got to get better at, namely in situational ball, third down in the red zone, and really on both sides of the football. So I told our guys we'll never, ever apologize for winning, and we'll take it, and we're going to learn from this. And, we got a big battle next week.
Can you get a lot different from what you'd seen on film with the coordinator change?
I'll tell you the truth. Like, I'm so wrapped up in our offense in game. That's probably a better question for half. Just in regards to what's going on in game. Where they hurt us, though, especially in the first half, was his ability to make plays. We got poor with our rush lanes, and he was running right up the middle, and we got to be better than that. He is an athletic quarterback, and you saw it right there at the end of the game. On 3rd and 19, we got a sack. We fly over the top of him. He sets up a 4th and 3, and then he makes a good throw versus man coverage. I thought he did a nice job today when we played man coverage, going to the right areas, getting to the right guys, and their receivers. That's a good group. I mean, they're a really talented receiving core, and they made some plays today. And so, yeah, we got to get better in a lot of areas, but I thought mostly his ability to use his legs, what do you have, 70 yards rushing or whatever, that definitely hurt us today.
Can you take us to the range of emotions there from get stopped in the 2 and then you convert to 16 and all that to winning the game at the end?
Yeah, it's relief. It was a roller coaster game, but that's this league. And you have to be resilient. Not everything's always going to go your way, and you got to keep battling. Keep battling. Try to block out the scoreboard. Whatever has happened has no bearing on what's going to happen, and you got to just keep pushing forward. Whatever has happened in the past is bad or good, you got to play the next play, and that's something that we talk about, we stress, and it's cool to see our guys to be able to go out there and show that resiliency. And I think just the effort that we got on that last play, I always hear Coach Bisaccia talk about it. I mean, that defines the character of your football team, by the effort that we're given on our field goal block unit. And you see great effort from our guys all the time.
How did you feel about your red zone offense today? What went into the decision to go for that one first down?
Well, possessions were at a premium. There weren't a lot of possessions. I think we had 3 possessions in the first half. I know we had a kneel down that's going to count as possession, but it was 3 possessions in the first half. There were a handful in the second half. I didn't know when we were going to get the ball back, and typically, I don't know what all you analytical people say out there, whether you should go for it, kick it. I just thought, we're on the 5-yard line. Let's go for it. We're down 5 points. And with the hope that at worst case scenario, we'll get a stop and get the ball back with pretty good field position. So, they did a nice job. This is that's their strength, right? Third down defense and red zone defense. And they were better than us in those 2 areas today.
Did you get the look you wanted on the 4th and 6th? Were you trying to go to read?
No, I knew it was going to be, we had a strong feeling that it was going to be cover 2. I don't think the play was good enough play design, quite frankly. They do a good job of packing in their safeties, and we had an in cut, and we just couldn't cross his face. So, we got to be better as coaches and try to come up with a better play for our players. I thought Jordan did what he could do. The play went off schedule, and that's what usually a lot of times, either in the red area, the plays are there like immediately within the rhythm of the play, or it goes off schedule. That's just look across the league. That's how it happens. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us, but I thought he did everything in his power and made the only play that was there, and that was to take it. And, a lot of times in scramble drill, you stress to your guys to continue to work for the quarterback. They did a good job of plastering. I mean, I've always had a ton of respect for Matty Eberflus. His defenses have always, they play hard, they play sound, and they got good players. So they did a better job than us in that area.
Now, what were you on the blocked field goal? What were you watching? What did you see as that unfolded?
I was watching the play like everybody else.
And did you see who got it, or?
No, I just saw the ball go up, obviously fluttering out of there, and I saw all our players surrounding Carl Brooks. So I figured he probably was the one that blocked it. But I will say this. Rich said to our team last night, I will not understand if we come out of this game without a block, whether field goal or PAT. So great job by our special teams coaches.
What were you hoping for on the read and around down there? What was it, second and one, I think?
Yeah, well, we missed a block on the perimeter. We never got the defensive back. He was able to play outside, and if you go backwards in the red area, it's tough sledding, and that's what happened.
I mean, wouldn't Jacobs, he was running the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I know. It was bad play call. Bad play call. Should have ran the ball downhill. Didn't do it.
On the big play to Watson, A, what'd you see there, and B, was that designed for him? Because he caught the ball, there's obviously nobody left. Was that the design to get him the ball with like half the field to run on, or what happened there?
Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, he did a couple. The 60.
You're saying the one right at the end of the game? Yeah. Well, we have a play where it's a bunch of crossing routes, caught him in man coverage, and he came open. Made a hell of a play. I thought Christian Watson, I can't say enough about him. Obviously, not everything's gone his way this year, but he is a resilient dude. He shows up to work every day, right mentality, great work ethic. I love the guy. I love being around him. And I say that for our whole receiving core. I mean, that's a crowded room. It's tough to get all those guys involved, especially, I mean, I don't even know how many pass attempts we had on the game, but yeah, it's not a lot in an NFL football game. We were trying to run the football. We thought that was something we could take advantage of. So it's just you got to maximize your opportunities when they come, and he certainly did that.
What do you make of the success your team's had in this rivalry of late?
I mean, it's one game. So I'm not worried about what's happened in the past. It's one game. It's great to come away with a win when you don't feel like you necessarily played your best. But, that's a competitive football team. The margin of error in this league is so minimal, and we see it. I mean, they're a Hail Mary away from being a 5-4 team. I mean, most teams in this league, it's a 500 league. You got to find a way to win some of these tight games like we did today.
Two more, please.
What did you think about Jordan's decision on the deep ball to Watson to the, you had the safety and the corner there. He ended up catching it.
Yeah.
What was your vantage point?
Well, I mean, the play went off schedule, so I got to go back and look at it. I thought Tucker was open underneath, but, he's got a lot of faith. Right? He's got a lot of faith and belief in his weapons, and that's one thing I totally admire about him. He trusts those guys, and, I mean, Christian made a play for him.
And he just sailed the one to
Yeah, it was a good decision. That's where the play was designed to go. It's 3rd and 10. We needed Tuck to drop step and get what he can to set up either a first down or a 4th and short, where now you have a decision to make. Ball sailed on him. It is what it is. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it. We'll look at just the drop, the mechanics, all that. And, he knows. And it happens sometimes.